David Goldblatt. All those pictures are from South Africa. Oh, they're over there. This is all David Goldblatt. Our pictures are here.
Excuse me.
Sponsors, Jeff, remind me, harness.
It's okay, don't even try.
Well, I mean, within 3 months,
Where is she?
Yeah, I can grab one. Nice to see you.
yeah, I'm sure, have collaborated on the project.
Not yet. Are you involved in this? Yeah. So, New York. The one on the top? Okay. You have my nugget? Hi! So which one do you okay.
Daniel, I saw you. Oh, definitely. I know, I'm looking to it. Like, I have to look now. They're the same thing. I know, that's so good with the fire. How perfect. And then they have one that would have been perfect to have 3 right there.
Well, the reason it's not 3 is because we needed for at least every student to have an image.
Right, but there was a series of 3. It was the before, the during, and
right,
the
because I printed the after is probably going to wind up going to Springfield.
yeah.
But the after has a blue tarp over here.
Right,
When I printed it, I opened this up so that you just didn't see the flames and you saw the house. We talked about it in advantages.
Photoshop makes it really good.
They did some wonderful work.
I have a dozen copies here
I didn't do any of the technical things.
of the write-ups that the students did about their pictures.
Even more.
So, and I have copies put away for students afterwards. But
But she set her house on fire, so she would take it.
Yes, he was wonderful.
every student will get a copy.
Really. I'm so excited. I worked so long for this.
One of our events,
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
So you need both.
Hello, how are you? Good, how are you? Good to see you. How are you? How's it going?
Which is kind of scary.
Oh, no, that's all we got. We're not going to go black. All the pictures out here.
Oh man, it's the best thing since French toast. I ended up upgrading my computer because I couldn't upgrade it in my software. So that was a challenge.
Oh, how are you?
These favorite things to do.
More for the students if they don't get any or so, you know.
No, we can't.
That's 1 year. Yeah, I was on the bus, so my bus
Only been to
What the hell is that about?
Well, you made in 66, 70. Also, in 1966, we only had money, but we no experimentation. No! You ever know what a box of
you're slowly saying the other side?
No, my daughter's the other side.
Oh, man.
It's actually
Did you guys expand? Do you have
Every now and then I think the opposite.
Okay, she wants to pick next one. Yeah.
I wanted to speak to the student about her work because sometimes to me, Diane, maybe you wanted. I heard this is a before and after of your NURMI. Yep. So this is an actual fire that occurred while you were photographing.
Yeah, the fire actually started like really early in the morning. This went on throughout the entire day. Like, there was a bunch of firemen that came all sorts of times. The flame was coming out towards the back. So it's actually just 2 doors down from me. I went up to my grandmother's room and was just taking pictures from the top window. And
so this was. So where is this in the sequence?
The same exact thing. Just like beforehand, I noticed that I had a picture of like the entire house, actually covered in snow. So I just zoomed in.
there's a third in this series that will hang in Springfield.
There's actually a third
The post-fire shot.
where that
Blue
was
tarp
boarded
and-
up and all sorts of the tarp all over it.
Now, how did you happen to take this shot first, just coincidentally?
Yeah, pretty much. It's just like the entire house. I just zoom in on that part.
But then this happened.
Fire happened. I took a bunch of pictures of that.
You immediately get your camera at that point?
You had it ready when you needed it.
How often do you take pictures of that?
It's a good shot.
It's a beautiful
Very
shot.
good shot.
And the way my staff installed it too, to have the tree almost as a continuum, so it's, you know, kind of a whole
Yep.
view of, beautiful work. Yeah, congratulations. Is your family here? Anyone from, or friends? I have a lot of friends.
Yeah, my friends are here.
Great, wonderful. You saw the brochure? We produced a brochure.
Oh, really?
Oh, my
I don't think I saw it.
I think Elaine has.
It's fantastic. I can do so much more than just, you know, like drawing, because sometimes it like limits you because you can only do so much as your hand can be capable of. And this one you can just see something. You know, like that's like
Can you take the camera?
I gotta get my
I
back.
don't see her.
I just wanted to get out of those lines.
Yeah, it's just like they work together. Yeah. It just the way the rocks they just fit in an odd way. Like you would never think that would work, but it just it worked in the picture. Especially with like the rugged background and like something industrial, but then something like natural. Like they just went together.
And smile.
Oops, sorry, when you're like the texture, is that what you see with your eyes? That's from there. He's running around looking at his face. Well, since we don't really have
It had all to do about making a barrier. You know, I think it was at the very end of the day that I finally got it. That as I was, you know, I was looking at those together and looking at how the
and she was
But she does enough of that for herself.
Those moments last for only a moment, don't they?
You know about the exchange that yes. Yeah. Same thing
In this day and age, where she's out looking around the parts of being more and more ignored.
So is this going to go up in your schools?
That's a good thing.
Extra copies of that? Yeah, I have a signature.
So your first showing at the International Museum, right? This is like part of the beginning of the tour. Yeah, I think so. Tour it home first, and then you take it across the
It's home with me.
And it's one of them because, you know, we put different categories. And yes, I'll be able to see.
When, you know, oriented
Including me. This is how I see this.
I'm really interested.
Are you? See ya.
Here? So nice to meet you.
Hi. Nice to meet you here. Hi, Judy. Very nice to meet you.
first time. Hi, finally. Did I meet you? No.
She's met Eliza.
I saw you walking down the street. I'm with you.
All right. Well, what do you mean? He doesn't look like his handsome father. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna explore.
David. Please,
Oh yeah. It looks like a nightmare. A nightmare
Oh, golly. Well. Ahí en la esquina.
Yeah, you have the tree all printed up with shots.
Stand on the side of the wall, walk out in the background. I'm gonna get you both.
Teachers have so I had Lucy for 2 years every day.
Oh, really?
You know, so she's definitely one of my
She
girls.
was like so surprised. And then I took it and she was like, oh my god, you have to take it again. And I was like, no, it's perfect the way it is.
Yeah.
You have to just leave it. And I don't know, I think I think it's really different from a lot of the other ones. I mean, like in a room, Hector and Aisha are like, we're kind of happy, but everybody else is just kind of, I mean, I guess this is how they see Springfield, but it's kind of sad. But so my Springfield is this one.
You Springfield isn't.
No, I don't.
It's people.
Yes.
Exactly, it's community. Yeah. I mean, it is community.
You can't base everything
And you don't always have to show.
Lonnie didn't have it. All right.
I'm Serbian.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got some serious Jewish exposure, but that's one hell of a look. If you're looking for
Okay, I knew you would. If I mentioned food or drink, you guys were there. And Jasmine.
Dan, get in here. Come on, Dan.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, hold on, Mom. Can I get a copy of this?
They're over there.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. The one I like the best
Well, we scanned a lot of it. Come on up, guys.
So please gather around so you hear what everybody in the project has to say. Welcome everybody. Oh, okay.
I would yell,
Some announcements. Everybody, hi. I'm Loretta Yarlow, the director of the University Museum of Contemporary Art, the UMCA. It's really an honor to have you here at the university, at our museum, and at this remarkable reception for a remarkable exhibition. You know, this is the dream of every museum. The dream is not only to have an exhibition of remarkable art from an internationally famous artist, one dream fulfilled, but then, importantly, to connect our exhibitions with our community. That's every museum's dream. Not easy to accomplish. You know, most museums maybe have students coming in, they bus them in to see a show, and then they return home. But what we have accomplished here is truly, in our opinion, groundbreaking, major for the university, for the museum, and to connect with the Springfield community. You know, to have students who are able to meet a renowned artist, reflect on his work, and then to bring home that vision, and then to transform that vision in their own eyes. Isn't that what art is really about? And we've accomplished this through this incredible vision and collaboration. So I don't take the credit for it. You know, at least I was able to bring David Goldblatt here, to bring this exhibition here. But it's education curator Eva Fierst who had the dream, yet another incredible dream, to transform the meaning of education outreach, to really not only reach out, but to have a reciprocal dialogue. Eva, a year ago, when she heard David was going to be here with his exhibition, his art, she understood that we have to connect to the Springfield community. This is just too important. David, in his own country, in South Africa, connects and mentors a whole generation of younger photographers. And Eva said, why can't this happen here? So at first, doors were shut, and deaf ears, no one was willing to collaborate until two dynamos, Elaine Ullman and Eva, partnered, and in less than 3 months, here we are today with this, I think, landmark benchmark for, again, the university, for the museum, and for the Springfield community. So my thanks to so many people, to Eva, who worked with our dedicated staff here at the University Museum, Lori Tromanen, our business manager, who did all the communications, printed the posters, spent till the wee hours printing your this beautiful brochure, everything that connected to getting the word out. Craig Alabin, our installation manager, who is facilities manager, did the beautiful installation with Eva, chose the work, helped mount it. Justin Griswold, our registrar, who till late this afternoon, printing all the labels, getting it all organized so that your names are attributed. So. And then on Elaine's part, to have connected with so many wonderful people in Springfield. It's just been a catharsis for all of us to have met so many wonderful people and to see you all turn out. And to the students, I just want to say congratulations. Oh my gosh, it's overwhelming work. Here you are in a museum. Put it on your resume. You have a museum exhibition. How many students, high school students in this country, can say they've had an exhibition at a museum? Put it on your resume, keep up the work, keep up your portfolios, keep coming to our exhibitions. Hopefully we'll continue to inspire you, and apply to UMass. I mean, we don't want to lose you. Come and apply and be in the art department here. There's lots to look forward to. So congrats to the students, and I'm going to turn this over to my wonderful colleagues here. Eva Fierst, Education Curator. Thank you. Thank you.
Loretta just put it very nicely, so not much I can say other than I'm equally excited and thrilled and moved by the experience. And when I was asking David Goldblatt in January, he said, I would love to meet the students. And we came down and we were actually driving around the neighborhood, so he had an idea of the neighborhoods in Springfield, of the city itself. And in fact, after we met at STIC as the original beginning group with teachers and new students all together, he said, drive around some more. I want to see this place. I want to get a feeling for it. And we were driving around the neighborhoods, and then, but the problem was, it was January, the light was fading, and he said, I don't have enough time, otherwise I would make a few photos. He was having his camera on his lap, I'm driving him around, and he was not able to make a photo of Springfield because we were running literally out of time. But it was a wonderful experience for David. And for me it was such a necessary project to do, because I could not imagine a better collaboration and just a collaboration of mind and technical things about photography with some people from Springfield, because I can imagine it's all about place, identity, interracial issues, and Springfield is the place to engage. So when I finally found Elaine, and she found you, all of you, I finally had the connection, because I tried earlier. I tried to fundraise, I tried to get cameras from Kodak and other places, and I just ran into doors all the time. And this woman was my godsend. So this connection of ideas that you made with David Goldblatt was really important, and I see in the photographs that you made, in the statements that you made, you really got it. And you changed that information that came your way and made it yours. And what made yours is now on these walls. And it is not lost on anybody here. And it is not going to be lost on the people who are going to see it throughout next week. And when it comes back to Springfield, on them as well. So I would love to hear from you all individually, not about the photos you took. I would love to hear about the process of what that meant for you. And I would love to hear your voices on that respect, because it would give me really good information. I hope also to work with you in the future, and maybe not you independently, but with your schools and with your siblings, whenever that can be. So thank you very much for coming.
Okay.
She's the one.
Well, I know this exhibition is a culmination for many people and of a lot of work. But for me, it's a step on a road that began about 3 years ago when Ingrid Askew, who's here, and I partnered on an exchange of performing artists between Cape Town, South Africa, and cities of the Connecticut River Valley, including Springfield. And I first saw David Goldblatt's work in the National Gallery of, South African National Gallery of Art in Cape Town. I never thought my life would intersect with that man. Much less that we would become working partners. I'm so grateful for this opportunity, both for that connection, but also for the intersection with all of the people, all of students, photographers, teachers, museum staff, that I have been part of this project, because when the door opens for something like this, it's because there's somebody there opening each door with you. And so we've really worked together. And I also knew that David had started a photography school for youth in the townships around Johannesburg, and he was so willing to come to Springfield. It was the only place he went off the UMass campus outside of Amherst the entire time that he was here to set up this exhibit. He came to meet with the students who are here now. And he said that he wished he could see the work that they would do. And I promised him that we would send him copies of your work, and we will. But he also has sent you a greeting. And I want to give you his greeting, and I also want to mention, and I hope we'll have a greeting from another photographer who met with you, who I know is here somewhere, Julius Lester. But I also want to mention two Juliuses who were very important to this project. Julius Lester, who is also a photographer of note and a great teacher. And a man who is not here, Julius Ford, who worked very hard in the city of Springfield and with the young people and with the performing artists, and came to South Africa with me, and whose spirit is always with me when I've worked on this project. So, but I have to give you a little background about David Goldblatt. First of all, I relayed to him a concern that I saw and heard some of the students voice when we were in meetings together, and that was the news media in Springfield rarely covers the good things that are going on among the young people, and especially in the African American and Hispanic communities. It's all negative. And you students, you wanted to be truthful. You wanted to show the beauty that you saw in your city, in your neighborhoods. And you didn't want to dwell on the negative aspects. You didn't want to reinforce those images. at the same time, you wanted to be honest. And that rose there was a conflict there. And I wrote to David Goldblatt, I emailed him and told him that. So he responded to that, but he also responded to it with reference to an American singing group that I suspect, and maybe I'm wrong, have any of the students heard of the Andrews Sisters?
Maybe they're grandchildren.
Anybody? No, right? Okay. All right. Okay. So the Andrews Sisters, they were a very popular singing group in the 1940s and 50s. And they had, one of their big hits had a line, which I'm not a singer, but I'm going to try and belt it out a little bit. You got to accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, don't be a Mr. In-Between. Accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Well, here's what David Goldblatt has to say to that. A greeting for some people with whom I was honored to spend a bright winter's afternoon in Springfield in January of 2011. Unlike the Andrews Sisters, I don't think that photographers should accentuate the positive, nor should they eliminate the negative. Their job, in my opinion, is to seek out the essential nature of what is, and to tell it. And whether that has positive or negative consequences for this or that cause or belief system, so be it. This is my opinion. And I think you students have done that incredibly well, and I thank you for that. Is Julius Lester here?
Yeah.
Do you have a word to say, Julius? Can I pull you?
I just want to say that I'm really glad I had the chance to come down and to meet you all and to talk with you. And I was very eager to see what you were going to do. And I'm just really very, very impressed. Some of the photographs I wish I had taken. But they're really, really quite good. You should be very, very proud of what you've done. And keep it up. Keep on seeing. Here, here.
I want to introduce and give a chance for the teachers who have worked so hard, inspiring, encouraging, berating, chasing, threatening, whatever. But they really had all their hearts in this project. We met so many times together. You know, we emailed constantly. It was an all-out effort beyond what they do in their classrooms regularly. So I'm going to introduce them. Yvette Morin from Thomas. Michael Ghislaine. And Melissa Alvis from
Again, I'm Yvette Morin. I teach art at the High School of Commerce. And 2 years ago, we started a photography club. And I would like to introduce, when she's done, I'd like to introduce Lonnie Jaguar. Come up front. They have been helping me from the beginning with the photography club. Yes, come on up front. You have to come up front too. I couldn't have done, or the club would not have gotten as far as it did without their help. They have been just inspirational, so helpful. All their expertise has just been fabulous, and especially with the show. But I just want to tell all my students, I'm so proud of all the work you've done. You worked really hard. It's been really great to see how hard they've worked and just to hear their comments about the city. I know some of the students have said, wow, I didn't realize until I really started to look everything that's around me, all the beauty, something that maybe some of the things they didn't like that were perfect, but they said, I just never realized how much there was around until I really started looking. And it's been really great to see them grow. I mean, learn more aesthetically, and just all their dedication and all their hard work. And even though they hated doing the write-ups, they did a great job. But I did want to say, and thank you everyone, Elaine and Loretta and everyone at the gallery for giving us this great opportunity. It's just been fabulous, and being able to meet David Goldblatt, and again, yep, well, they're going to take care of Paul Hetzel helped too, but someone will talk more about Paul. And you too, sir, for helping us out and speaking to the students. Thank you so much. But that's about all I wanted to say. Thanks, and thank you all for coming tonight and sharing this night. We really appreciate it.
So I will take a quick opportunity to say how wonderful this program was. I teach photography at Central High School, so my students are doing this all the time. But they don't generally get to take cameras home. We work with a traditional wet darkroom, and they got to take cameras home and did incredible images of things that they see every single day. And I've had my students say the same thing. You know, I never really thought that this was anything special, but it looks great in this image. My students, I have to say, also did a fabulous job, because I don't know if any of you are familiar with the traditional wet darkroom process, but it is torture for my students, especially from me, because I make them do it over and over and over again until it's perfect, and that's what you see. So my students did a wonderful, wonderful job, and I have to say that you know, it's great that they get to display their work, because, you know, but like I said, we do this all the time, but we don't get to display it. And this has just been a wonderful venue for them to be able to do that. So I also want to thank Julie Jared, who is our head of the art department, actually yeah, come on out. And she was the one that hooked me up. Because we never would have been a part of this had she not hooked me up with Elaine. I never would have known about this project. So it's really wonderful, and I thank you so much for having done that. It was a great opportunity for my kids.
Me as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael.
Thank you. I'm Michael Galena from the Springfield Renaissance School, and our photo program actually started with this program, so we've been around for about 5 minutes. We started at the top, so now we have to fulfill the destiny of really using what we've learned with the help of everybody in the group, teachers, photographers, museum, everybody. I want to give a special thanks to Paul Hetzel. He printed all our photos. He gave me a crash course in what's it called? Mounting. See, I was a quick learn. Really great help, really great instructor, teacher, mentor. Thank you very much. And I want to thank the kids for really coming through despite all my hassling and haggling and yeah, we'll talk later. But really great. I really couldn't be more proud of you guys. I'm really excited for you, and I'm really excited for the start of a brand new photo program for the city of Springfield to start documenting and really keeping the positive in Springfield and the art that the students are making. So there you have it. Thank you very much.
I just want to let you know, we've got a couple more things to cover. I want to let you know that in addition to the programs, which every student should take home, and the thumbnail so that you have the whole exhibit and all the writing that everyone did, there's enough for each of you. There is a poster of the original Goldblatt exhibit, one for each of you, over on the sideboard there. So be sure before you leave, if you would like to have one, that you take one home with you.
I would like to have just a split second more attention from everybody, because I would love to thank some individuals and students and institutions that have not been mentioned here before. I would like to thank Canson Paper from South Hadley. People Schools camera shop from Chicopee. Sorry. Why don't we clap afterwards? The Mass Career Development Institute from Springfield, the Western Massachusetts Center for Health Communities in Holyoke, the Massachusetts Cultural Council, the Springfield Technical Community College, and UMass Catering. We also like to thank Marianne Lombardi and Elaine Anderson, Trish Crapo, Ed Cohen, Frank Ward, Stan Shearer, Lenny Underwood, James Lightfoot, Julie Lichtenberg, James Arana, and Samantha Hamilton. Thank you all so much. Without this community effort, it would not have happened. Every single element was crucial. Did I forget somebody?
Well, I would just like to mention that the work that was done at Commerce High School and the start of our dark room and the cameras that were donated came primarily from the Pioneer Valley photographic artists, and many of them are here today.
Yes, thank you so much.
And they are tremendous photographers and were tremendously helpful in the start of this project. And if I could also say, from my own perspective, as great as these images are that the kids have done, greater has been to see the smile on the faces of the kids, to see their art hung and the pride that they've gotten from this project. It's really tremendous.
And we're going again in Tower Square, Center Court, May 23rd to June 10th. And then, let's look at sending them to South Africa.
Enjoy the rest of the show and some refreshments.
This is an effort since the proposal put together. It's wonderful. It's just so wonderful to be for these kids an opportunity. No, right. Just start. Yep.
Where's this fast one? Just walk by.
Who'd you lose? You didn't call me, you just called me.
I saw all of you. Let me grab all of you.
I like the
Get together. Okay, ready? We'll look over here for now.
Right outside, everyone in shadow.
Yeah, great.
We're never going to see me smile like that again.
Yes. And then don't go. I'll show you my scars.
Hey. Hi, Steph. How's it going? How's the leg?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can walk it now.
Nice. That's a
What
plus.
happened to you? Oh, I tore my ACL. Did he tell you? He didn't